Did you know that 85% of people are unhappy with their jobs, yet only 10% actively work on improving their careers? Or that 60% of professionals say they've experienced imposter syndrome at some point in their lives? These are shocking numbers, and they point to a big problem in today's world. Most people are failing at their careers, but not for the reasons you might think. It's not about lack of talent or effort, it's about falling into hidden traps that hold you back. In this video, we'll dive deep into why so many people fail to reach their full potential at work, and more importantly, how you can avoid these mistakes. We'll reveal the quiet killers of career success and the simple yet powerful strategies that can help you climb the ladder. Whether it's getting stuck in your comfort zone, being too busy without actually being productive, or letting self-doubt take over, these are all things you can change, if you know how. Stick with us to learn how to stop making these mistakes, build a career that excites you, and reach new heights you never thought possible. Ready to transform your career? Let's get started. Chapter 1, The Silent Saboteur, How Comfort Zones Are Killing Your Career. You feel comfortable in your job. That's a good thing, right? Actually, it could be the silent killer of your career growth. Comfort zones feel safe, but they can trap you in a cycle of complacency. A study from the Harvard Business Review found that 80% of people choose to stay in a job they're comfortable in rather than taking risks to grow. The problem with comfort is that it stifles innovation, creativity, and your personal development. One of the best ways to avoid falling into this trap is to challenge yourself regularly. Seek out projects that stretch your skills. Take on new responsibilities that push your limits. According to career coach Anne Lamott, if you're not feeling uncomfortable, you're not growing. So, start stepping outside of that cozy bubble and face new challenges. It's also important to remember that your career won't automatically advance if you're not taking risks. In fact, according to a study by McKinsey, professionals who regularly take on challenging tasks are 72% more likely to get promoted. So, if you want to keep growing, you need to embrace discomfort. The trick is to make it manageable. Start small, sign up for a course that's outside your expertise or ask for a project that's a bit above your current level. Growth happens when you stretch, not when you stay the same. So, think about where you can take small risks in your current role to push your career forward. Maybe it's volunteering for a leadership position or learning a new skill that's in high demand. The key is to make growth a habit, not an afterthought. Finally, remember that comfort zones don't just limit your career, they also affect your happiness. According to a study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology, people who step outside their comfort zones regularly report higher levels of job satisfaction. The more you challenge yourself, the more rewarding your work will feel. Chapter 2, The Career Killer, How Being Busy is Not the Same as Being Productive. Everyone says they're busy these days, but is that really helping your career? The truth is, being busy doesn't always mean you're being productive. In fact, it can be a major career killer. According to a study by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Americans work an average of 34.4 hours per week, but only 10% of that time is spent on tasks that directly contribute to their goals. Being busy often means you're focusing on low-value tasks that keep you occupied, but don't push the needle on your career advancement. Take a moment to assess how you're spending your time. Are you attending countless meetings that go nowhere? Or are you tackling high-priority projects that drive real results? Productivity isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. In fact, research from Stanford University shows that working beyond 50 hours a week can actually lead to a decrease in productivity. So, if you're working 60+ hours a week, you're probably doing more harm than good. Instead, focus on the tasks that align with your goals and that can make the biggest impact. Start by creating a power hour for deep work. Block out 1 hour a day where you focus only on high-priority tasks. No emails, no phone calls, just uninterrupted focus. Studies have shown that people who prioritize deep work over shallow tasks get more done in less time. Another way to stop wasting time is to delegate. Delegation isn't a sign of weakness, it's a smart move. In fact, effective delegators are often seen as better leaders. A study by Gallup found that employees who delegate effectively are 33% more likely to be high performers in their roles. So, if you want to focus on the work that truly matters, learn to delegate the rest. Lastly, don't confuse being busy with making progress. Sometimes, the most productive people are the ones who seem least busy. They're focused on the right things and working smarter, not harder. Chapter 3, Skill Stagnation, The Hidden Trap You Don't Know You're In. Are you stuck in a career rut because your skills aren't evolving? Skill stagnation is a major issue that holds many professionals back from advancing. In today's fast-paced world, if you're not learning new skills, you're falling behind. According to LinkedIn's 2021 Workforce Learning Report, 94% of employees would stay longer at a company if it invested in their learning and development. Yet, most people stop actively learning once they've secured a job. One of the easiest ways to avoid skill stagnation is to commit to lifelong learning. Start by identifying areas in your field that are evolving. Is there a new software tool you should learn? Or a new process that's becoming industry standard? In tech, for example, the demand for skills like artificial intelligence and data analysis has skyrocketed. If you aren't keeping up with these trends, you could be left behind. Take time to upskill, and don't wait for your employer to provide the opportunities. You can find online courses, webinars, and workshops that offer valuable, cutting-edge knowledge. A recent report from Udemy revealed that 61% of workers said learning new skills made them more engaged at work. So, don't wait, take the initiative and start learning something new today. Networking is another key component in skill development. Surrounding yourself with people who have diverse skills can help you grow in ways you never imagined. Join professional groups, attend industry events, or even find a mentor who can help you learn new things. Also, consider switching up your role every few years. Rotating through different positions within your company or even moving to a different organization can open you up to new challenges and skills. The World Economic Forum predicts that by 2025, over 40% of the core skills needed for jobs will change. So, if you want to stay ahead, you need to be proactive about acquiring new skills. Lastly, keep in mind that skill stagnation doesn't just affect your career growth, it can also make your job feel mundane. According to Gallup's State of the Global Workforce report, 87% of employees worldwide are not engaged in their jobs. Many of them are likely stuck in routine tasks and not learning new things. Keep your career exciting by staying curious and constantly looking for ways to grow. Don't forget to subscribe for more career insights. We'll dive deeper into actionable strategies you can use to level up your professional life. Chapter 4, The Networking Paradox, Why the Right Connections Matter More Than You Think. You've probably heard that networking is key to career success, but do you really understand why? It's not just about collecting business cards or LinkedIn connections. The truth is, who you know can be far more important than what you know. Research from the Harvard Business Review shows that 85% of job positions are filled through networking. But here's the twist, it's the right connections that matter most. Building a strong network is about cultivating genuine relationships, not just collecting contacts. It's about quality over quantity. In fact, a study by Forbes found that people with just 5 to 10 strong professional connections are more likely to advance in their careers than those with hundreds of superficial ones. So, how can you ensure your network is working for you? Start by engaging with people in your industry. Attend conferences, meetups, or virtual events where you can connect with others in your field. According to Dale Carnegie, author of How to Win Friends and Influence People, you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming genuinely interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. So, focus on others, and you'll naturally build relationships that matter. Another strategy is to seek out mentors who can guide you through your career. A mentor's advice can be invaluable, whether you're making career decisions, navigating office politics, or learning new skills. In fact, 75% of executives say mentoring is key to their success, according to a report by the Mentoring Project. Also, don't forget to give back. Networking is a two-way street. Offer help and resources to others in your network, and you'll build trust and goodwill. By being generous with your time and knowledge, you'll build stronger connections that will benefit you in the long run. The bottom line? Build meaningful relationships, not just a pile of contacts. It takes time, but the right network will open doors that would be impossible to reach alone. Chapter 5, Imposter Syndrome, the invisible barrier that's holding you back. Do you ever feel like you don't deserve your success or fear someone will find out you're not as competent as they think? If so, you might be dealing with imposter syndrome, and you're not alone. In fact, research by Harvard Business Review found that 70% of professionals experience imposter syndrome at some point in their careers. But here's the kicker, those feelings of inadequacy often hold us back from reaching our full potential. Imposter syndrome can lead to self-doubt, anxiety, and even burnout. It keeps you from taking risks, applying for promotions, or pursuing opportunities that could advance your career. So, how can you overcome it and thrive despite these feelings? One key strategy is to reframe your mindset. Instead of focusing on what you don't know, remind yourself of what you've accomplished. Dr. Valerie Young, an expert on imposter syndrome, suggests keeping a success log where you document your wins, big or small. Looking back at your achievements can help quiet those inner doubts. Another important tactic is to share your feelings with others. You'd be surprised how many high achievers feel the same way. By talking to someone you trust, you'll realize you're not alone, and your feelings of imposter syndrome might begin to dissipate. Dr. Young also advises sharing your struggles openly with a mentor or boss, who may provide you with validation and guidance to boost your confidence. Setting realistic goals and acknowledging that no one is perfect is also crucial. People with imposter syndrome often feel like they must be flawless in everything they do. The reality is, perfection is impossible, and mistakes are part of the learning process. As Brené Brown says in The Gifts of Imperfection, owning our story can be hard, but not nearly as difficult as spending our lives running from it. Lastly, keep pushing forward. The more you act despite your doubts, the more confidence you'll gain. Over time, these feelings of inadequacy will lose their power over you. Chapter 6, The Silent Exit, Why Most People Quit Without Even Realizing It. You might be physically at your job, but is your mind still there? Many professionals mentally check out of their careers without realizing it. This phenomenon, often referred to as quiet quitting, is more common than you think. In fact, a Gallup study found that 70% of employees are disengaged at work, meaning they're doing the bare minimum and aren't fully invested in their roles. So, how do you know if you're checking out? It often starts with feeling unmotivated or disconnected from your work. You might find yourself procrastinating or dreading Monday mornings. This disengagement can be subtle at first, but over time, it can lead to burnout and even career stagnation. The key to avoiding a silent exit is to regularly check in with yourself. Ask yourself, are you still excited about your job? Are you learning and growing? If not, it's time to make a change. One of the most powerful strategies to reignite your passion is to set new, meaningful goals. Whether it's aiming for a promotion, mastering a new skill, or taking on a project that excites you, having something to work toward can restore your enthusiasm. Another tactic is to take ownership of your career development. Don't wait for your company to provide opportunities, seek them out yourself. Attend workshops, read books, or look for projects outside your job description that can reignite your passion. Research by Career Builder found that employees who take charge of their career development are 60% more likely to be satisfied with their jobs. In some cases, the best way to re-engage is to change your environment. The World Economic Forum reports that changing jobs every 2 to 3 years can lead to greater job satisfaction and career advancement. If you're feeling stuck, it might be time to explore new opportunities that align with your evolving interests and goals. Lastly, remember that mental disengagement doesn't just harm your career, it also affects your well-being. According to a study by the American Psychological Association, job disengagement can lead to anxiety, depression, and physical health problems. So, take steps to keep yourself engaged, challenged, and fulfilled in your work. If you found these insights helpful, make sure to subscribe for more strategies that can transform your career.